Black literacy. Black literacy. Let me cut this music off. All right. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. We got a big show set up for you tonight. A really big show set up tonight. Really, really, really big show. All righty. Let's see. Yeah. So, yeah, let's like, share, subscribe. We're having a little technical problem, but the show will start promptly at about 7:02. At about 7:02. This is our weekly nonsense, people. Same stuff week after week after week after week. And we call that what? Insanity. That's right. Insanity. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tap that, smash that thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up. We had a big show. Gentleman broke down 101 reasons why it is okay to be an angry black man in the United States. 101 reasons. Stand by. Please like, share, subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. 101 reasons why it's okay to be an angry black man. And I guess this production issue would be reason number 103. The book itself is 102. We're going to unpack that during today's show. So I guess that I'm going to ask the author, William Dunn, is that list static? Is it fluid? We're going to ask the author that question. And a crap load of other questions. So that's where we're at on this. So, like, share, subscribe. Let's get her going. Big ups to production.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
In entering upon this course of instruction, each of you should, so far as possible, lay aside for the time being all previous theories and beliefs. By so doing, you will be saved the trouble of trying all the way through the show to put, quote, new wine into old wineskins, end quote. Luke chapter 5, verse 37. If there's anything as we proceed which you don't understand or agree with, just let it lie passively in your mind until you have enjoyed the entire show. For many statements that would at first arouse antagonism and discussion will be clear and easily accepted a little farther on. After the show is over, if you wish to return to your old beliefs and ways of living, you are at perfect liberty to do so. But for the time being, be willing to become as a little child, for said the master in spirit.
Back game.
Still exists. And I told
Why did this thing stop playing? Okay, well, what is this? Stand by, everybody. Please stand by. All right. Self Luv Show. Okay, big ups to, as we call them, Booger McBooger Balls. Guess it won't share. It's just black.
I can share it. It's very odd.
We live, like, share, subscribe. We start in 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
That's strange. You come out of that share, I can share the matrix.
Self Luv Show will begin in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We're live. You're live. Let's get it.
I don't hear any sound.
Nothing's coming through on the video.
The video, no sound.
It says it's sharing both.
Let me see.
Let me mute.
Stop the share.
It's all right.
It's a loop going on.
The differences we had on that show. I'm just a kid from Chicago.
Yeah, buddy. Chi-Town kids are in the building. I'm just a kid from Chicago. I'm just a kid from Chicago. It's Wednesday. Hump day. Chicago kids in the building. Self love. Vision. I'm just a kid from Chicago. And we live. Welcome to Chi-Town's very own, the Self Luv Show, where our motto is on earth as it is in heaven. Fing. And as above, so below. Right now, we could be found Macolm X exclusively right here on the YouTube channel. This ain't that network. This ain't Ms. NBC. This ain't colored Negroes, I don't know, crying Negro network, CNN. This isn't Fox and for your box. It's not Fox. It's not Disney, ABC. It's not ESPN. I'll tell you what it is. This ain't that network, and as we say, TATN. TATN. This is your co-host, 9 Mills, also known as Self Love. What down, Chi-Town, what up, world? Repeat after he. I am greater than my excuse. Think about that. I am greater than my excuse. One more again. I am greater than my excuse. Today is Wednesday, 9/1/2021, and y'all could be any place in this beautiful universe. And thankfully, we all Scooter chose to be right here together. Here together. What down, Mr. Wordsmith? What you manifesting today, bruh?
Love. Big time. Love. What you manifesting?
Hey, you know me, G. Nothing but pure, magnificent, often tough, many times gentle, but love the same, brother. Love the same.
No doubt.
Man, so it's been up on your side of the world, man, over there in the Shire on the southeast side.
Craziness as usual. Once the it's hot outside. More madness. Y'all stop the killing.
Facts.
God, they have to say this every week, but y'all stop it.
Man, that is purely facts. Yeah, brother. So today, man, what we're gonna go on into is on the Self Love Show. As always, we give you a quick rundown or overview what's gonna go down today. So we're gonna have the Self Love Show quote of the day. Also, we are here specifically to decode We have the author in tow. Self Love, you might want to reach out to him, text him, call him, something. But we have the author in tow, DJ Big Will, aka William Dunn. 101 reasons why it's okay to be an angry black man in these United States of America. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we're going to decode that. We're going to be exploring the origins of the book. All right. Who's the target audience demographic? Is this book targeted towards angry black men, nice black men to make them angry? Is it targeted towards pink people, white people? Who's the target demographic? The applications or the usage, potential usage of this book. But first, we've got, of course, our More Growth and Development Program video we're going to run. And then we do our Have You Seen? Have you seen it? Are you unplugged? Have you seen this and that? And then our How to Move or Not to Move segment. And then Nine's Dome Teaser, which is a riddle. And then, of course, next week's sneak peek. And then my favorite part of the show, which is my brother Tory Wordsmith's final words out there, where he literally summarizes the show in a poetic fashion and puts it in a metaphysical bun, if you will. The announcements that I had, we just subscribe. We need subscribers. Ultimately, this is a movement. The Self Love Show is a process. It's a program, so to speak. It has an end game. It has an end goal, and that's to spark change in the United States. So if you're watching the content, you like the content, you don't have to be lazy and sit there with your big black people lips poked out, or your skinny, white people lips being lazy. There's no need for that. So, so any other announcements? Self Love, you got any announcements, bro?
Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, share far and wide. Let's get this information to our community. It's much needed.
Facts. And more facts. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. We got Mouthpiece Included right here live, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's going to be a sports/political debriefing. So week after week, it's a great thing. So if you're out here in the chat today, any authors, any voracious readers, any angry black men, we have an angry black woman out there in the chat. Big ups.
Saw that.
Big ups. Yeah. So this is what we're going to unpack. So we want to know if you're angry and you know it, type in the chat. Self. If you're angry and you know it, type in the chat. If you're angry and you know it, type in the chat.
Type in the chat.
If you're angry and you know it and your face don't surely show it. If you're angry and you know it, type in the chat. Again, so if there's anybody, any authors, any social scientists, psychologists, psychiatrists, anything like that, we want to hear from you. And I'll turn it over to the co-host here. He does his thing.
Hey, welcome to the Self Love Show. We got a very important video that I need you to check out. It's very important. It's the More Growth Self Love Show, More Growth and Development program. And as usual, before that, we have the Self Love Show quote of the day. The ability to read awoke inside of me some long dormant craving to be mentally alive. The ability to read awoke inside of me some long dormant craving to be mentally alive. And that's Malcolm X. Very excellent quote.
Yeah, well, according to the author that's here today, Red X died in vain. So very apropos.
Silverback More Growth and Development Platform. Number 1, repair our nation via reparations. We demand our silver back. Number 2, to connect our breadwinners with our activists. And 3, show an accurate depiction of African American Chi-Town. 4, to shine a light on positive influences. 5, heal our community one person at a time. 6, to provide an unfiltered platform for our influencers. 7, recycle the black dollar. 8, to provide mentors for the mentorless. 9, to close the gap between us and our pink kinsmen.
Yeah, buddy, we're going to close the gap.
Better close.
When I say close the, you say gap. Close the
Door.
gap there, fella.
I couldn't hear. You know that thing starts in the background out there.
No.
I gotta shut it down. I couldn't hear anything out there.
Like, wait a minute. All right. Okay. All right. So, man, hey, got a little frog in my throat here. Yeah.
Man, I had it earlier. God, it was like as soon as I started talking, like,
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's the sage. I'm burning sage in the background here to get the demons out. But here we go. So if we got last week, for anybody who's considering having racial reconstruction surgery, you can change your eye color. You know, Tiny did it, and Tiny's daughter did it without incident. Well, Self Love said the daughter.
yeah, she had incident.
So big ups. We hope she gets well. Yeah.
They said she might go blind.
Yeah, we pray that doesn't happen.
Yes.
But you can change your hair. You can get stringy hair if you want it. Or, if you want to put gold chains in your hair, you can, put gold in your scalp now. So there's all types of, human changes you can do. But as far as the topic we had, I thought it was we went very deep into some psychological stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is some psychological stuff. I mean, choosing to do stuff like that and change your race, then there's some psychological business happening behind that.
Yeah, but if it's survival of the fittest and the goal is to win, if somebody's going to take steroids to be stronger to play football, and somebody's going to get bigger breasts to be a breast model, you know what I mean? Somebody might decide in the white Western society. I mean, these people aren't moving back to Africa or back to the indigenous places where they come from, or I'm playing devil's advocate. What I'm saying is, if you're not going to do that, then it might be a W for you to go out there and get the racial reconstruction surgery and be the spook that's set by the door. There's an application for that.
Yeah, I guess.
Huh?
Somebody's got to know that you're doing it.
Do they? I could work my way all the way.
On the side that you left to be the spook.
Yeah, but you can't trust them. Listen,
No.
to do what I say, I'm talking about working my way all the way up to be the Grand Wizard of the KKK. You know what I mean? Huh? Tie him down off that tree. Cut him down off that tree. I got bigger plans for him. You know what I mean? Huh? He escaped. What do you mean he escaped? Give him a bag of money. You know what I'm saying? Call him an Uber. There's many applications. You can be a prison guard. You know what I mean? Bringing in filet mignon. Changing the warden's meat out for the, you know what I mean? So lots of applications. But I think you clearly, you had some reservations. You had to think about it a long time, but I think you decided you to stay black. Am I remembering this correctly? Is that characterization
not
right?
Quite, but I definitely did not take a part of a second. Like, no.
Imagine coming home trying to explain to your children, bro.
Man,
You know what I mean?
like,
You know, and kids, if you want to do it, and me and your mom have been putting money away. You know what I mean? You can make that decision. When you turn 18, you're going to make more money. But you guys watch the show. We broke down the advantages of staying black, you know, and things like that. Forced surgery, where you take a black guy like Booger McFarlane, and then, you know, knock him out and he wakes up white. I bet you they'd fire him. You know, they would. They'd fire him. You need a black guy to say that shit. All right. Excuse my language to all the kids out there. I feel like I'm digressing. And our guest is waiting in the cream room, so we will, you know, obviously keep the show moving. Self Love, man, did you see the pit bull attack out there?
absolutely not.
Yeah, well, prayerfully production can get this rolling because, you know, the Baphomet, you know, Booger McFarlane, Booger McBoogerballs is, you know, he's got his thumb up our thing.
Now to breaking news in Northwest Harris County. New video into our newsroom shows the moments leading up to a man being attacked by two dogs.
Yeah, it happened just after 7 o'clock this morning in a neighborhood on Queens Retreat Drive and Meadow Run Court. We do want to warn you, the details in the video in this story are disturbing. KPRC2's Brittany Jeffers joins us live from that scene. And Brittany, do we know what the man was doing when he was attacked?
They believe that he was out for a morning walk, but we do want to just reiterate that deputies and neighbors all say that this was a gruesome attack. Deputies believe that those dogs ran across the street to this home, and that is where the attack happened. It was shortly afterwards that neighbors ran outside trying to help this man. An early morning walk. Deputies say around 6:30 this morning, the man was walking along Brookhead and Queen Retreat. This home surveillance video then shows two dogs, pit bulls, run across the street and approach the man. He backs up towards the house, later batting them away. And then he was attacked.
Oh, I hear somebody saying, help, help, help. That's when I said, something ain't right.
Daryl Berryman lives across the street.
And I ran downstairs. And when soon as I got downstairs, I heard the man saying, help. And I ran over here. Man, I seen two pit bulls. Dog, when I say the man couldn't move, they had him by his face, both of them just, I said, oh my God. I took off, ran back and told my granddaughter, call 911.
The attack happened in Elmer Levine's front yard. The retired sheriff's deputy ran outside to help.
When I came out, the dogs turned around and went to attack us. And I let off a shot. I shot him through the shoulder. I didn't even stop and didn't even put him down. Pretty gruesome attack.
Correct. It was pretty
gruesome.
This
guy comes out and tells the world that he was a pussy.
That was their main concern at this point.
Lieutenant Daniel Garza with Precinct 4 says that the man was life-flighted in critical conditions, suffering injuries to his upper and lower body, neck, and face.
He's got to jump on that car.
I've been doing this a long time, and this type of attack, it's not something you see on a normal basis.
Deputies say they don't have a record of calls about the animals, but Berryman doesn't agree. He claims the dogs have been violent before.
To this, the police
I called police 3 times on that house about them pit bulls. They broke in my yard, killed my dog.
And neighbors tell me that they do not know this man. They say they've routinely seen him walking around the neighborhood. Of course, they say they are praying for his recovery. Deputies have not released his ID yet either. Now, they do tell me that animal control does have possession of the dogs. Deputies also say that charges are pending against the owner. Those charges have not yet been released. Reporting live on Brittany Jeffers, KPRC.
Before you comment, I just want to say one thing to the Self Love Nation. It's pit bull, P-I-T. Okay, it's World Series. Okay, S-E-R-I-E-S, World Series. It's pit bull. It's not pet bull. But I hope that guy gets better and everything, and you know, and his family. Sorry, everything happened. Comment, Self.
That's crazy, man. What's going on? Homeowners or whoever, dog owners, not homeowners. I don't know that they own the home.
You saw him. That was Pookie coming out there. He had them dogs to protect his spot.
He shouldn't be letting them out of the yard, out front. I mean, that man, he's gonna get some charges.
I don't know what charges he can get.
Some with them dogs. Dude said the dogs have been out.
Yeah, not well, but the police are saying they never had a report. So if there's no record of anything, the police
that don't matter.
Yeah,
but this matters this time.
Of course, now it matters. Did you see the female cat though? I mean, I'm not judging them. I guess I am. I'm judging them. But I don't know what I would have done. But I feel like I wouldn't have sat there and watched that old man get his face bitten off by 2 dogs and go in there and tell the kids, call the police. There's no time for that. You could say call the police and then run down there like those other people did. You can get a stick. You can do something and try to distract those dogs.
You gotta have something though, because them dogs wasn't playing.
I've got 2 feet. I'd have been. I know I'm younger than him, but I'm saying that other dude, the female cat, he could have done something. Those dogs don't know that he's a female cat.
Man, that dude shot the sheriff or what he was, shot the dog, and the dog didn't even stop.
Yeah, you saw that? The dog got it. You saw the dogs getting on. They said one of the he ate the bullet. Yeah, he ate the bullet like a flesh wound. You saw him getting in the truck, that dog. Yeah, dude was doing something to those dogs, but yeah, we got to move on though. But but we hope this guy has a speedy recovery because man, a million ways to die. Choose one, and hate to have him live his whole life and go out like that. Because I'd have been kicking the shit out of them dogs.
You ain't never lied.
Man, listen. All right, so we want to see if this is how to move or how not to move. So production can roll it whenever they're ready, and then we'll have the chat analyze what they feel.
This was the moment cops say the co-owner of a convenience store shot at a man they claim was stealing beer from the store.
What?
On surveillance, you can see a man in a
Wouldn't
gray
have shot the
t-shirt
Taliban
carrying
like that.
a few cases of beer out the door. The owner and his son, who are behind the counter, look at each other and then run off after the suspected thief. Cops
You wouldn't have shot the
identified as
Taliban.
Weedy Defoe. It looks like the son dropped something on his way out and quickly picked it
Drop the
up.
gun.
Defoe is seen outside the Florida store tossing the beer cases in the front passenger seat of his white car. That's when cops say the 22-year-old co-owner, Vahidiam Hassan, fired his gun at Defoe.
Shot that man.
Defoe, who was shot in the arm and chest, later crashed his car and was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. He had just gotten out of jail last month. The co-owner was charged with attempted murder. Cops say the beer is worth about $36. For InsideEdition.com, I'm Lee Sheps.
But so
wow,
thoughts?
What's going on in this world?
Well, I'm gonna give it to you from the perspective of the guy who was out of jail for 1 week. Is that how to move or how not to move?
It's 100% how not to move.
Right. Agreed.
I mean,
now let's talk about the guy who wouldn't have done that to the Taliban. The store manager or what have you, so excited to kill a Negro that he dropped the gun. You saw that? Could have killed everybody.
It's quite disturbing, and I'm glad that he got charged with attempted murder because that's what that is.
Now, you've managed a restaurant. How much do you think $36 in retail beer costs at that store?
$9.
Right. So it wasn't even $36. Not that that matters, but $9.
Yeah, it looked like some cheap something or another anyway. It wasn't, he didn't go in there and take the best beer. He just went and got what he was getting.
Wonder if that man would have gone in there and grabbed that gun if he'd have been on the scene when those pet bulls were attacking that other man in the last video. If he'd have had the cojones to go out there with that pistol and help the black man, the older gentleman who was being, mauled by the pet bulls.
Probably not.
All right. Let's push past it. We got our guests waiting.
And the scrimps.
Yeah, and the scrimp. I forgot about that. Yes, and it's scrimp, people. That's scrimp. S-K as in Kappa. R-I-M as in money. P as in Paul. Scrimp. Stop saying shrimp when you know the word is scrimp. If you do that stuff, I think they'll start looking at you. That's when their lips be like, you know what I mean? They got the gun, but they don't have it in the they don't have the one in the chamber. Keep it at the chamber. Stop the violence.
Oh my God.
Yeah, keep it at the chamber. All right, here we go. All right, Self. So last one, Self, and then we'll get this show started. Is this how to move to or not to move? It's a very short video, people. Thanks for your patience.
He's an NBA star, but to his family, he's a hero. And this video explains why.
This 2-year-old boy is enjoying an afternoon by the pool. Suddenly, without hesitation, his dad leaps into the water. And if that leap looks like Dad knows what he's doing, he does. He's NBA star Andre Drummond, who just signed with the Philadelphia 76ers.
I'm going to tell you why.
Drummond was fully clothed when he jumped in to save his son Dion. Drummond posted the surveillance video on social media. Not all heroes wear capes, he writes.
Jackass.
He called the incident a parent's worst nightmare. Fortunately, little Dion is okay.
Of course he is.
Wow. After-birth defects.
All right, production. Okay, let me get this. Let me get my camera going. Okay, I'll take this first. You can go ahead and stay back. All right, here we go, people. I'll take this. This is my opinion. This is how I feel. So everything I'm going to say is allegedly. If you go back and watch that tape, you'll see what I see, that was staged. Somebody's clout chasing. You're an NBA star. You don't need that. You don't need the money. You don't need the attention. There's a season going. I mean, okay, if you're that worried about the baby, why is the baby on the edge of the pool in the first place? Why is there not a contraption around the pool? You're worth millions of dollars. You can afford the pool fence or a pool boy or pool girl or lifeguard, but I'm going to leave it alone. And the last thing, so far I throw it to you, then you went and jumped into the pool and damn near concussed your baby and broke his neck, right? But okay, Self, is that how to move or how not to move? You tell me, it's a pool party.
Well, I'll say this, my 2-year-old would not be sitting on the edge of the pool out of arm's reach. I would have to be sitting right there, legs in, with my 2-year-old. No way, shape or form would I have my child.
Would you have a 2-year-old with a pool without a safety fence around said pool so that could never happen? You know they have safety fences around pools to keep children from drowning.
No, they had the child. You just sit right there.
I'm saying, would you even have a swimming pool in a 2-year-old without a safety fence?
Absolutely not.
And that's what I'm trying to tell America. And your 2-year-old should know how to swim.
Yeah, that's.
If you're going to have a pool, let's teach these kids how to swim.
Did he
I'll leave
just
it at that.
move there?
What'd you say, Self?
It seemed like they said he just signed with somebody. So did he just move there?
I don't want to hear any excuses. You got.
It's not an excuse.
The first.
Shit.
I'm saying the first thing you do as a parent, you either don't buy a house with a pool, or you say to yourself, worst case scenario, this kid could die while I'm in the shower. It's a 2-year-old who can't swim. Let's get the boy over here to put a fence around here, or we're going to drain this pool.
Until it is.
When you have money, you can get shit done. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and there's too many rich people. What's his name? Sacrificing these kids, allegedly. What I'm talking about, the singer. Genuine or something had a situation. One of them, not Genuine. Well, yeah, one of them singers, baby died, man, in a pool or something, drowned.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm like, man, that was in Atlanta. And then it happened again. The second time the baby didn't die. I guess I mean, we're in a dark place, so let's get out of it. All right, here we go, Self.
Yeah, because that's crazy.
Yeah, I'll think of his name. We'll do some research during the show. Once we get the show started. But let's. We're not going to run a video because we tried to run it at the top of the show, the promo video. We have a new format we're doing. So, as I said today, we've got the author Will Dunn in the building, and he's been in the Cream Room rating. This is DJ Big Will, and he's the resident DJ of the Debauchery Ball, and also he's our brother. All wood, zero paper. All wood, zero paper. So if you guys can join us with the electronic hand claps, get some hands going and physical hand claps, and like, share, comment, subscribe. The algorithm is a dancer, and we're going to get this brother who's been waiting patiently in the Cream Room in the building. so that we can unpack 101 reasons why it's okay to be an angry black man in the United States of America. Self Love.
Yes, sir. My brother, good brother, would like to welcome you. Oh, there you go. Want to welcome you to the Self Love Show. Hey, can you?
Thank you.
That's in the background. Can you? You must be playing YouTube.
Oh yeah, let me mute that. There we go.
All right. Welcome to the Self Love Show, Noob. Thank you for
What's
doing
up,
this.
Sans? How you feeling, man? Man, thank you for having me back again. I appreciate it. Nothing but love. Nothing but love. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Love, honor, respect. Hey, when you get a chance, Mills, make me co-host. So, in case any shenanigans.
Oh, my bad. I thought I did that. Hey,
you
Noop.
did, but when I got booted.
Hey, Noop. Okay, yeah, Noop. I'm yeah, Big Will. I appreciate you doing this too, bro. And
thank you.
You guys, we were all brothers on campus together some time back, University of Illinois, and this Noop here, actually lived in the house with us. And
That's right.
So if you think of Animal House, and then you think of the John Belushi character, and then at the end of the movie they say, and this guy wrote a book, 101 Reasons Why It's Okay to Be Angry, to Be a White Man. So this is where we're at, and this is what we got. Yeah. So I tell you what, though, man,
that's what 30 years ago, man. It's almost 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So that's where the time flies. Things happen. You know what I'm saying? No time stays still. Everything keeps moving.
Bro, we're gonna throw it to you in case you want to plug something real quick, and then I'm gonna jump right into it because I don't want to jump the questions. So floor is yours if you got anything to promote, anything you're doing right now, anything like that, bro.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity right now to promote the book 101 Reasons Why It's Okay to Be an Angry Black Man in the United States of America. I appreciate the bond and the brotherhood to allow this opportunity to be had. We had some things that we're supposed to be doing with my debauchery ball, but they got canceled due to the COVID. However, we are moving forward with the next installment, which is in December. Also, I'm still waiting on the ink to dry. I may be on an internet radio station. Just waiting on the ink to dry. Monday through Friday, midday from 10 to 2 with Cheryl Underwood also on there. So it's We House Radio.
Yeah, big ups, man. Cheryl,
nice.
We'll talk, but Cheryl and my wife, they friends, bro. And
okay.
Yeah, man, and so big ups to wifey, man. And she probably won't say nothing now, but yeah, it's just how everything come together, man. You know what I'm saying? So big ups, man.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna come together. So man, let me jump into this, bro, because I'm really excited about this. And so in your book, which we're gonna reference quite frequently, you were talking about the 3 tribes, bro. We're not talking about tribes of Africa, but we're talking about the tribes of so-called African Americans in these United States. And I think you were breaking them down, the African American, the N-word, and then the Black tribes. Can you kind of give a briefing on that?
Well, again, these are my opinions based on what I've seen. And I see us as a race within the United States so diverse that we come in different sections. We just can't think of us as one group of individuals. Like I said, you got the African Americans. Those are usually your highly educated individuals that really don't want to associate with those that they feel are beneath them with education or as far as stature when it comes to status within the society that they're in. Mm-hmm. And then you got you don't like to say the word, but I'm going to call them ninjas to, help be PC for you.
I don't mind it as much as most people. It's YouTube, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, I can dig it. We can, we don't want to get dinged or nothing. We want to stay within the rules because we are on their platform. Correct. So I roll with the program. So you got your ninjas out there. Usually those are your lower educated individuals that are willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen, to be able to be accepted within that society that they have out there. So they'll do whatever it takes, no matter what. And usually those in charge of society, they bring those along faster than the Black individuals that I'll get into lastly. They'll bring along the ninjas faster, again, to keep the separation and to keep the Willie Lynch mentality going amongst us as people. And then you got your Black folks. Your Black folks, educated individuals, but they've been on the other side and they've seen how those that are in charge of society treat us as a whole, and they're not willing to put on the dress per se to be a part of the society. Blacks are usually of the society, but not necessarily in the society.
It seemed to me like the Blacks would be, in this thought experiment, the Blacks in this scenario would be key or pivotal for any type of bloodshed, so to speak, or bloody revolution, I should say.
But the unfortunate part about that is those individuals, they are the minority within the minority of the Black or the community of color, should I say. Recently I was seeing that the United States Census Bureau said for the first time that the multiracial population increased in every county in the United States of America. So they gave individuals the ability to no longer just classify themselves as Black or African American. They gave them opportunity to call themselves multiracial, and it increased dramatically.
Yeah, because they used to make you classify like if you were some sort of Hispanic or remember they used to make you classify.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the good old census. Where you at, who you with, so we can figure out
Pacific
where to get
Islander,
the money to.
They used to, yeah.
Right.
All right. Well, let me ask you. You were talking about in your solutions. So this would be in reason. Well, we're talking about solutions. So Angry Blacks Unite in Silverdale, and Silverdale is a concept Self Luv and I created, but the name was coined by AnGry Pullen, a Beta Noob 3 Club. But Angry Blacks Unite in Silverdale or conform. So you're saying the Angry Blacks would have to unite, come together, like-minded Angry Blacks, and we'll define what that is later for anyone for context. Unite or conform. So can you talk about that? Because that's a big difference.
Well, see, you have to understand when you take a look at, we'll use the African Americans as an example, because what one may look at as a successful individual, another may not. So I'm going to use what society says they're successful. Your Oprahs, your Barack Obamas, the Steve Harveys, those individuals that they appear to have been told, or they appear to be successful. If you take a look at those individuals, they've conformed. Okay, they don't have a blackity black blackity black blackity black crew behind them. You see what I'm saying? So there's a map to be successful within that society, and they've followed that map. Now, if you don't want to follow that map, you as individuals now need to find those that think like you and start to form your own community. You know what I'm saying?
Angry and conform.
No.
Can you truly, in the context
the thing is, it's either or. Either or. You can stay angry, but stay angry with your people. Get your people, get your team together and be angry together. Don't be angry solo. You know, if you go, you know, find your people so you can start playing chess instead of checkers. Because right now, again, we do everything one person at a time. And each checker.
So if I'm getting this right, at U of I in Champaign, it was all white school, mainly 90%. But then we tended to bond together.
Yeah, we found each other because that was our way of surviving.
So that's a way of conforming, kind of, because we're at a white school and not a black school. But then, right?
Well,
being black within the whiteness.
I wouldn't say it was conforming. I would say that individual within the blackness of us that started to do everything with the white people and become more accepted by the white people, those were the ones that were conforming. We were surviving within the society itself, which the same thing our people will be doing, the angry black people that get together, they'll be surviving within the society itself, like we did at U of I.
I was living what's my man's Alex P. Keaton's fantasy. What was the name of that show?
Family Ties.
Yeah, I was going to be the black Alex P. Keaton. Yeah, that was my thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? But I was a Democrat, you know. All right, but here we go. That was the whole thing.
That's the whole spin on
and a partial thug. You know? But, I wasn't a thug. You kids don't listen to me. All right, here we go. We're going to get off of this.
I was there.
Let's get off. I wasn't. Let's get off of this. Let's get off of this. All right, we're on reason
oh my goodness.
1 to 2, 1 and 2. And
here we go.
and we're not going to go through all the reasons, but we're going to,
you're going to touch on the reasons you want to touch.
We want y'all to read the book. But yes, multiple gods and Barack Obama. Man, Barack Obama is a god to some. That's why I want to talk about all of that. So why should multiple gods piss me off? And I think I know why Barack should piss me off. And you know what? Don't mention that about Barack. You guys get the book. Talk about the multiple gods. The multiple gods.
Well, first and foremost, and again, it's one of the reasons why it makes me angry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's supposed to make you angry.
Wait a minute here. Wait. No. This doesn't say 101 reasons why it's okay for me to be an angry black man in the United States. This says 101 reasons. Well, I'm glad you clarified that because we're going to get into the demographic. So if the demographic, is it you? Are you the demographic? Is this a manifesto or is this a book? All right, but go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Right.
Well, I mean, if you take a look at the history of the world has always been at war based on religion, based on people's gods. You got cats over in the Middle East right now doing jihad. I never forget my son, when he was in grammar school, we were studying history. And they had it in his history book. And the history definition for jihad was basically, I'm paraphrasing if I can recall,
holy war.
Well, it's a holy war, but it will not stop. Get this. It will not stop until every person has converted.
Or dead, or every infidel is dead. That's correct.
Or converted. Correct. So I asked my son, I said, so based on that, will this ever end? No, this will never end. And it's all based on the differentiation of an understanding of a God. One universal being that we all probably see as the top person in charge, but we see him in a different way. And because of that, we fight, kill, and hate one another. That's why I don't like it, because it does not unite us, it separates us.
That was well explained and well said. And again, he went into Barack Obama, and I'm not going to say that I disagree with him. But that was reason number 3 in the book. So I would suggest, if you want to know those reasons, pick up the book.
Get it on Amazon. It's on Amazon. 101 Reasons. Facts. Amazon, baby. Amazon.
And I think, did I get it off Amazon? Did I get it off Walmart? 'Cause I'm a Walmart guy, but I probably went to Amazon. Me and Amazon, man, you know what I'm saying? But it's all good. They all, we'll talk. That's a whole nother show.
Man, look, they all.
I know.
That's
a whole
all
nother show.
One big box together.
Thank you.
That's all one.
Now, bro, speaking of the black Alex P. Keaton, here we go. Black Republicans. Okay. This is something in the black community that's been there. It's been there. Black Republicans pissing us off. Why do black Republicans make me mad? Why do they make you mad? Because this is, you're angry.
Well, I mean, basically, I am neither Republican or Democrat.
Yeah.
I am an independent voter. I am independent. I don't vote at all because there may not be someone that I feel can do the job. I may write my name in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm independent too, for the record.
My issue only black Republicans or any Republicans in today's understanding of a Republican, which I'm for the people, less for the business. I'm for social programs to help individuals out, not give a helping hand to that business owner that's not making it trickle down like they've been talking about trickle down since the 80s.
So you're more likely to give more money to donate money to Jimmy Hoffa's campaign than you would to a corporate CEO.
Why would I give money to Jimmy Hoffa?
He was a union. He was for the people.
Yeah, but
you sound socialist.
Those unions.
You sound like you like socialism, is what I'm saying.
What's bad with socialism and what's bad with capitalism? What's bad with either one?
Well, you're saying, you said something about the Republicans, the black Republicans, right?
Right.
And you said that you're for the people and something about business, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So you would be more likely to support a union than you would upper management. Would that be safe to say?
It depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you got an upper management that's filled with black people looking to move ahead and do something, yeah. And then you got a union that's filled with racists that's not letting black people in, no.
So do you feel like all black people should be independent? Or they should be everything but Republican?
No. I feel that everyone should value their vote and use it heavily to vote for your best interests. Find out what you want to have done and vote for that person to get done. That's the biggest problem that we have as our race right now. We have no lawmakers. We can sit up here and be like, oh, I want this, I want that. Well, who's your lawmaker? Who is your representative that's going to write that down and make it a law so it can be possibly voted on to even be brought to the committee? You see what I'm saying? Who is the guy?
Who's representing you?
And we look right now.
Barack Obama, that's who represented you.
Right.
So the book, people, get the book. We're not
that's taxation.
We're not going to go there.
Listen,
we want to tease the book. Let me do what I do. Right? Now, here we go. Let me do what I do. I know you want to go there. Now, we're in reason 5 here. And I want to say, he broke down, and it goes without saying, I mean, the triple K, the 3K, K3, however you want to call it. He did a great breakdown of, so read that. All right. So number 6, the liberal subtle racism. And I know Malcolm X, who you said died in vain. And I would agree with you to an extent. That would be like saying Christ died in vain. I mean, again, if there's no Judas, there's no Christ. We probably wouldn't know who he is.
Who's
and
Christ?
If somebody hadn't put a bullet in Malcolm X, you probably wouldn't care about him as much as you do to even put him in the book. So you know what I'm saying. It all wasn't in vain, is what I'm saying. Everything is how it is. That's just how I feel. So I'm saying Christ. Yeah, you wouldn't know Christ if it wasn't for Judas. But here we go. You would, if he wasn't put on that cross, you wouldn't be talking about him. So here we go. We're going to move past. We're going to get to the liberal though, because Malcolm X said that. I forgot what he said. I lost the quote. But let's talk about it. In reason 6, you were talking about the subtle liberal racism. That pisses me off. I want to say that's why I became an independent. But go ahead, bro.
Well, I mean, once again, they have possible programs in place. Let's say, for instance, let's talk about the recent boom in marijuana. And you got all these liberals talking about it should be legalized. And then they want to open it up. Now here comes your racism. Yeah, we can open it up, give you an application, but it's going to cost you $250,000 just to apply. huh? How is that opening it up? That's just making it now only available for those that have that type of revenue to be able to apply for it. That's not giving it an open up. Or you get the other subtle racism back in the day. It was like, hey, I'm going to give you some free housing, but that man can't live in the house. You know, so it's little small things that these liberals do to try and help you out. But then they got a little caveat that they got to pull back.
You're like Planned Parenthood, for instance.
It's not even. Let's you know.
All right. I got you.
Singer started off. You know, Margaret Singer, the founder of Planned Parenthood, is a honorary member of the KKK. She even stated that blacks should be exterminated.
Wow.
She says this type of stuff, dude.
She didn't really mean exterminated. That was metaphorical.
No. Look, man. These people were for, and they still are, for the depopulation of the world. The world is overpopulated for them. There's too many people here. Get rid of them, you know? And so now they're on this campaign to continue to make it grow to get people out of here. But that's a whole nother story. That's a book. That's a whole book.
Yeah, they use racism and our pain, it seems, to kind of sway an agenda that doesn't benefit me as a black man. And if that's selfish,
your liberals for you.
Correct. I mean, and if I'm selfish,
and they handpick. They handpick who they want. You can have the same exact type of criteria, skills, whatever. But if you don't have the look,
correct.
If you don't have the right look for that society,
your high yellow wife wouldn't be picked. But if you were a white man and you had a high yellow black wife, she would be picked.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You got, again, look at the successful ones we named earlier. They don't have anybody blackity black on their team. It is a diverse group of individuals.
Or they're like Barry Obama and they have somebody white who can handle them, like a parent. They have somebody who, you know what I mean?
Let me get. Yes, you got to have that flavor in there somewhere. If you don't, you may make it. I'm not saying you're not going to be successful, but you're not going to be on that tier. You know what I'm saying?
You guys. Okay, we're going to move. No, we're going to move to number 8. Sorry to cut you off. I just saw this, and you guys were going to skip it. Reason number 8 is MJ. I'm not talking about Michael Jackson. We're talking about the Michael Jordan from the city that we love. And because I respect this Snoop, and he's an older brother of mine, and I give him deference, I'm just going to say, what the fuck? That's how I ended every reason with WTF.
Every reason. Right.
So I'm going to say WTF. Now, I'm not going to ask you to explain it. You guys read the book, but we don't do any Jordan bashing on TATN. This is a free platform.
Jordan's the greatest basketball player in the history of basketball.
Yeah. You guys read the book. Read the book. Read the book. If you want to be angry about Michael Jeffrey Jordan, you got us 6 chips, you know, during the time where the crime was at its height. Now, we're going to move on. Question 7A.
I never said he wasn't a good basketball player. I never said that.
Reason number 11. Reason number 11. Now, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a black Greek.
Yes.
And you said somewhere contained in reason number 11 that you're angry because black Greek leaders are cowards.
Yes.
Can you unpack that?
Man, let me tell you something. They not the black leaders like Martin Luther King was. He was an alpha. You know what I'm saying?
Like Earl B. Dickerson.
Look, right now it's a money game. All of these Greek organizations is all about the money. How many people can we get financial? How many pictures can I take to make myself look good? You know, it's a whole bunch of handshaking, but not enough real unity amongst us. If we, as a black Greek organization, all 8, I don't include the 9th one, all 8 came together and started to vote one way.
There's a 9th one?
Well, that's what some people say. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Is it an athletic club or is it a Greek organization?
I don't know.
All right.
So, with that being said, I just feel that if we, like, say for instance, I'm not a Kamala Harris fan. I am not. Far from it. However, she's a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha. I think we as a Black Greek organization across the United States of America, we all united together and went behind her as one. We kind of could have pushed her towards the nomination of president, in my opinion. I felt that could have happened. We settled for being second. With all the numbers that we have as members within the United States of America, across the world, the members all united together.
Well, why would they support Kamala if they don't like her? You said you don't like her.
But it will be a Greek united type of front. That could be a political
No,
action.
I understand that.
That's what I'm saying.
Why would you? But it contradicts what you said earlier about voting your conscience and voting what's right for you. This woman, Kamala.
Yeah, that's that gray hair. That's that gray hair.
Locked up women in California, here where I'm at, and did all types of awful stuff. Got 3% of the vote. We're not going to sidetrack. So I understand.
Did you hear me say at the very beginning?
I'm just saying, awful example with the Kamala, with all due respect. But I understand what you're saying. We could have united and gotten behind someone.
We could have united across the cities of the United States of America and had local mayors across the United States. You know,
so if they were out there stepping and and doing all types of stuff.
They did, but it wasn't everybody. And,
that's true. It wasn't united as you're right. You're right. Well, maybe that ninth organization can take the lead on something like that. I have to do some research to figure out who y'all talking about. But okay. No, seriously. I left the yard back in the day. That tells you how old I am. All right, so here we go. But Divine Nine, I love the way that sounds. I've been saying I'm the Divine Nine. Remember, I've been saying that forever. That makes nine. All right, well, here we go. We'll get over me. All right, you guys. So Uncle Tom's, that was the reason 19 record.
We need to retract that because later on we've learned that it's not Uncle Tom, it's Sambo.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad.
So again, I learned that after the book was made. You know what I'm saying?
He's the type of guy who can play quarterback for me. Right? I know stuff. You're like, what? Animals in it? But he can progress. You know what I mean? I can sit down and say, hey, wait a minute. You know what I mean? Roger Staubach wasn't quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
No, he sucked. He played for the Dallas Cowgirls.
Yeah. Oh, wow. We got a Pittsburgh fan here.
That's right. Terry Bradshaw.
I'm not here to bump for
Stairway to 7. We're getting 7 this year.
Roger Staubach, but I am here to bump for Michael Jordan. Here we go. All right. And you can bash Staubach, even though I was a Staubach fan, but he didn't get me chips. He got that for the great city of Dallas. I'm sure people aren't in Dallas talking about that's one of the 100 reasons to be an angry black man in Dallas. It was Roger Staubach and Tony Dorsett.
Now they got a new one, Jerry Jones.
I'll go with that. Here we go. All right, but we're gonna go past the Sambos for the sake of time, and also record labels, because I think we all know that. The propaganda, though, do want you to sink your teeth into propaganda, man. This is something why Self Love and I kind of did this station.
Amen. Amen.
Kind of be a balance to some of the narrative that's going on. So can you go into that?
I mean, you got to think about it, man. Propaganda is everywhere you look. And if you don't understand what propaganda is I'm going to feed you all type of information to make me look great. I'm going to be number one, and everything that you see about me is going to be the way I want you to see it. You know, there's no reason why every news channel across the United States of America is owned by 3 or 4 companies. That means that all the information that you're going to be given right now is going to be the same exact information that they're going to be spitting out to you at the same exact time. It's all propaganda. And because of networks like TATN, you get a different view. And that's why you ain't never seen like a real black network for news, because a real black network for news is going to be like, yo, dude, that's garbage. They telling you over there. You know what I'm saying? This the real deal. Now it's going to be called fake news because it's not the news that the Rudolph Murdochs and all of them is trying to push out there for the world to hear. You know, the propaganda is happening now with our little babies right now. Our babies are now going to school with masks on their faces. This is going to be now the norm for a 4 or 5-year-old because they won't know any better. They're going to be growing up all their lives if this continues on, wearing masks, shut up, wearing masks or fearful of everything. You know, this is all propaganda. They're training and controlling these children at such a young. Hitler did the same exact thing. People have to understand. Hitler started at kindergarten, telling those Germans that they were the superior race. If you're not blonde and blue-haired, you are not superior. And that started in kindergarten. So they were teaching them throughout their entire educational lives how superior they were. Now they're going to be.
Do you know what those hall monitors in Nazi Germany were potentially doing to those little kids? I'm just something to think about.
But
the parents telling the kid, you listen to that hall monitor. He's telling me to kill Jews. You listen to that hall manager. He's telling me to kill Jews.
But I guarantee you that whatever you're talking about is not true.
All right. You guys it's some inside banter. Self Love are gonna do it on how to move. We'll break it down on the next week's how to move or how to move segment. We'll let Black Society decide. You know what I mean? We'll let the Silverbacks decide. You know what I mean? On that. But back to Hitler. You know, anytime, because you can't even bring up Hitler much without getting, you know.
I mean,
you can't even talk about Hitler.
You can talk about Hitler as much.
I mean, what I'm saying is people don't talk about it.
He was a killer. He was ruthless. He was evil. You know what I'm saying? Those are the facts. But again, he started putting propaganda in the schools in kindergarten.
Him and Himmler. Himmler was the propaganda guy.
That's what I'm talking about. The same propaganda they're teaching our children now, that if you don't got the shot, right.
Yeah.
It's a separation. You know, I'm hearing word now that it's like only 30% of all African Americans, or blacks or whatever, is inoculated or got the jab. So that means 70% is not.
Well, they're saying that Cam Newton didn't get in. And supposedly that's reasons why players are getting treated differently because, you know, if one player gets it, then that team has to miss like 4 or 5 games. So that's the way the owners are controlling through company policy. But that's
how it's starting to become now. I'm hearing people talking about they being let off their jobs and told to go home if they ain't got the jab. You know,
listen to this. Imagine applying for a job and you haven't gotten the jab. Imagine that. So now
my son couldn't go back to school until he got it.
Correct. And there should be an option though. There should be look. We live in a society. You and I are on this Zoom. Your son should be able to then I'll stay in the dorm room. You know what I mean? With other people who haven't gotten the jab, and you guys teach me through Zoom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or something. Right. There should be another option. No jab parties. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
right. Instead of,
I need an option.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I thought that's what America was founded on. Freedom of speech, freedom of religion. You know, the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Okay, stop talking about all that freedom and stuff, bro. They're gonna kick us off this. Stop talking about all that freedom of speech stuff. They're gonna kick us off. You know, they don't like that talk. I mean, it's serious, bro. I'm doing an example, bro. I got a little shit channel on the side where I put shit stuff up, little shit stuff, right?
Right.
And it goes
just
off.
Watch it.
Oh yeah.
You just watch it.
It's just we're shadow banned because of this information. So they're suppressing us. And that's why we ask people to share the link. The link. We're not going to get anything from the algorithm, bro. We're not going to get any extras, anyone.
No, because they ain't going to let that algorithm, they're not going to let the algorithm touch them. They're not going to let the people hear this information at all.
Correct. You know? Correct. And once we do get big and people are sharing and we do get bigger, then they'll just say, no, you said this. Beep, no more. But by that time, Self Love and I were playing chestnut check. Yeah, we already.
Before we go any further, I want to say congratulations on 1 year. I know it's next week, but I just want to give you guys a kudos and a big thumbs up and a standing ovation. Achievement in every field of human endeavor, Noops. Yo.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate that. And Noop, we're considering you for an annual award, bro. Self Love and I were talking about before the show, but it's not official.
Wow. I appreciate the craziest one. That's the one to say the most stupidest stuff.
All right, so now here's one. Now he said the NBA. You guys read the book. All right, the NBA did piss me off, and but it was for different reasons that he mentioned. But the NBA has always pissed me off. It pissed me off all while Mike was winning those 6, but Mike got it done. But read the book. Now, reason 32: blacks replacing blacks on jobs. Now that seems a little counterproductive, though, bro. Like I think I know where you're going. You're going if you're standing up for the nation and for what's right for black people, and then you get fired, and then they hire the next Negro.
Hey, what they say? They have a new nigga next year. Or excuse me, new ninja next year. They always do. It's one ready, right. Yes, sir, master. You want me to say this for you, master?
That's true.
Got you.
I would say even you're right.
Sucking jam for you, master. I got you. Oh, him gone now. I'm gonna be a good one, boss.
Yeah. You're talking about the replacement from within. Yes. Oh, yes.
That's what I mean. They ain't gonna never place without from without. That's like that crazy term talking about. Oh, you need a seat at the table. Wait a minute, dog. If the table was already set, you see what I'm saying? And I should already have a seat, right? I already got my guests at the table. My table got a certain type of vibe. This is KS Kicking. We over here, we're a bunch of animals. I'm gonna let some dude at this table that's not gonna be like us? No, you can't come sit at my table until I know you ready to sit at my table and do what we do at my table. You're not gonna get a chance. You're not gonna get a chance to come to my table and disrupt my table.
Well, sorry. Normally I would say bad example, but no, what you're saying literally happened in my life.
Yeah.
I was a freshman at University of Illinois campus, staying in the dorms. I had met Eric Akami and Mark Luster, who became my dean. I knew him from Kenwood, Hyde Park.
Right.
But I remember seeing him and I had talked to him on the yard. And so all the brothers came in, bro, and, it got quiet. Brothers was, letters. It was like 15 nukes. Moving as one, maybe 20. Sat down, bro. They sat down at the table, right? And I was talking to these babes, and they all just stopped listening to me and looking at the brothers, you know what I mean? And some of them, I hate them. And the other one was just looking with the Google eyes, and I'm like, man, they were all paying attention to me, and now I'm just nothing. Right? So I see, so I see Eric Akami, who Tori introduced me to. And I pick up my tray, go walk over there to the brothers, and the brothers was talking, Noop, yo. I sat down, boom, quiet. I sat down at the table, Noop. They got quiet.
You wasn't invited, you wasn't standing on the table.
Oh, they looked at me. Who's this? They started talking like I wasn't there. Who the fuck is this?
Because
I can hear you guys. Or you guys want to
you were insignificant. You were nobody.
Like, man, you're gonna talk like I'm not here, you know what I mean? And then that's when Ak and Mark is like, nah, he cool, he don't know. They was like, he don't know better, I don't know better. I didn't get a seat at the table. You know what I'm saying?
Not yet, son. Not yet.
So there's a real-time example of just what you're talking about.
Right. I'm not going to invite you to my table if you're not ready to be at my table.
You're saying it's the whole reason why they have that table is because
exactly. And you gotta, we need a seat at the table. No, you don't.
And then you have to ask
your own table.
So Noop, now you have to ask, what just do I have to do to get a seat at this table?
So thank you. Right. Thank you. You got to go and do something to actually get that seat at the table. What JC
gotta go sacrifice
get the seat at the table. Thank you.
Yeah.
You got to give it up. If you don't give it up, you can't come sit at my table. Next.
You got to give it up.
Because it's another one. Look, it's another one standing right behind you, ready to take your spot.
That is true. And they're usually the one poking master to get rid of you, too. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. When they ask, when they pull all the coons together and say, how do you coons feel about what happened?
Yeah, he shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, he shouldn't have done that. We don't do that. Yeah, he shouldn't have said that to you, master. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then they promote him, pay him less. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Conspire to get you out of the job. because he's not a good one.
We're wrapping up the first segment. The last one I got before I throw it to Self Love, because I'm sure he's got some questions for you. Reason 33, lack of a black voice. We kind of went into it, but you were talking about the point of view on news, which is another reason why we started this. Like, like you sit there and you watch the news and they put these black people up there and you're like, who are these guys? And nobody I know talks like them.
Nobody. That guy does not represent me, but yet they handpicked that dude to represent me. Look, you got Joe Biden telling me I'm not black if I don't vote for him. For real, though? White folks telling me now if I'm black or not?
Guess what?
Get out of here.
Guess what? I was trying to get racial reconstruction surgery. So when he said that, guess what I did?
What you
I
do?
went and voted for Trump and see if I would turn white. And guess what?
You didn't.
I'm still black. But go ahead, bro. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's the problem, man. You made me forget the hell I was talking about.
We were talking about the lack of a black voice and point of view on the news.
Yes, I mean these, the Don Lemons and stuff. Right. You know, I'm happy for the alternative news now that we get an opportunity to, but it's more like it's not news. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're listening to a guy share once again his point of view on the latest things that's happening. So it's not necessarily information, but his point
opinions.
of view.
It's all opinions.
Right.
Not fact.
Some of it is facts, but again, it's based on his opinion.
Right. They're mixing it, they're weaving in a lot of opinion with facts, and you're looking at it in the whole sense, and you're thinking it's all facts, but you don't realize that 75% of what you were just told was opinion. But go ahead.
But what is propaganda? Someone's opinion of themselves of giving information. So that's all propaganda. So it's cool. Now I would like the propaganda from the other point of view. You see what I'm saying? Not just the right's point of view, not just the left's point of view. I want a black point of view. What y'all think about it as a black race of people? But we are so diverse as a people that the point of view is going to be from Colin Powell to Flavor Flav, from it's such a wide range of who we are that we can't put our thumb on who we are.
Man, Self Love. You guys like, share, smash that thumbs up. Self, stop that brother's camera. I'm gonna do a quick blurb for the book and stop your camera before I throw it to you for any question as we wrap up the first segment, which is from the first 33 reasons. The reasons to be pissed off. The reasons to be pissed off and angry. As a black man who cut my camera off. What's going on? All right, here we go. All right. This is it. You guys, you can catch that on he said Amazon. That's it. You got the author right here, William Dunn.
Self Luv Show.
And so there we go. Self Love is on you. If you got any questions or anything, or else we'll push on.
Oh yeah. I would like you to speak on reason number 30. Glorification of white athletes.
He's talking about the great white hopes.
Yes.
Oh man, that's real easy. That's easy. It's happening all the time. You sit up there, and the prime example, it happened against my team, the Steelers, in the playoffs. Tim Tebow throws a 5-yard pass. 5-yard pass. 5-yard pass. Demaryius Thomas runs 75 yards for the touchdown. Who gets the glory?
Tebow.
How many times do we see this over and over again? But again, it's their society. They're going to tell the story the way they want it to be told. I saw a black man run 75 yards for the touchdown. See, that's the black propaganda point of view. I would have been on the news talking about Demaryius Thomas is the bomb. He ran 75 yards for a touchdown. He's the man. But no, I go to ESPN, NFL Network. Tebow, oh, look at what Tebow did. Tebow did jack shit. Tebow threw 5 yards, man. That's what he did. And there's numerous other times that also happens within sports where the black dude is doing it superior, but the white dude does the minimum and he gets all the glory. What the hell? You know?
I've been saying this for years, and also the white guy is always the hardest worker and he's always the smartest.
Yeah.
Even they're still doing it, Self.
Yes.
With these quarterbacks.
We'll see the amazing
Hold
part.
on, one second. With these quarterbacks, Self, what they're doing is all the black ones, Justin, they're saying they're having trouble going through their progressions. It's a dog whistle. Yeah. You know, they're saying that they're having trouble picking up the playbook. But the white ones, like the one in Patriots, he's smart enough to pick it up and, oh, he's smart and let's get him right out there and let him play. But all the black ones need more time. It's real subtle. But go ahead. What were you about to say, Will? That's all I'm saying. And it's out here, man. It's out here.
Oh, man. I mean, it makes no sense. But again, it's all the propaganda. That's how they are supposed to make themselves look. They've got to make themselves look superior. They've got to make themselves look like they are the best thing walking the face of the earth. Because if they don't, they going to slip up, and guess what? They not going to be number one no more. Man, it's a crying shame that we sat up there and looked at these Olympics right here, and these brothers almost lost the basketball. You know what I'm saying? They came in, so I guess they was tired. I'm going to give it to them. They played a whole season of basketball, and they played the playoffs, so they came in kind of rusty. They pulled it off at the end. But what other African Americans, quote unquote, that represented the United States of America did great? You know what I'm saying? We losing our edge. We getting soft. We getting just like them. The Jamaicans whipping our ass, running right past us. Bing! We can't even win the race. And for the 400, I mean, for the 100, the Italians are doing better than us. What is happening with us? We're becoming conforming. We're conforming and becoming less than great than what we are. And we're losing our greatness.
And I agree. In lexicon changing, we'd have to consider, like, even the whole term, white supremacy. I try to use terms like white inferiority complex, so that when you're talking to children, they know exactly what it is. When you're talking to people, they know exactly what it is you're discussing. Because if you're talking about white supremacy, as soon as you, as soon as you define something as that,